Welcome our viewers to our YouTube channel. I'm still Colon Bwana, who will be taking you through health remedies. And today we are going to deal with a very critical part in the anatomy and physiology called natural ways of planning without destroying your system. Enjoy, relax, and share the link and subscribe as well so that you get the notifications wherever we release our videos. Welcome. Now today we are going to tackle how to plan without destroying your system. We are going to look at a critical matter which is affecting everyone, how to plan without destroying your system. How to plan without destroying your system. Many people have been using the family planning methods, and research has shown that some of the hormones are being interfered with. More so, the use of family planning has caused some infertility in women because by the continuous use of pills, it destroys the womb, it destroys the uterus, and it will reach a stage whereby a woman will not be able to conceive. Now, there are alternative methods that we can use to plan naturally without interfering with your system. And this has been put forth by natural remedies or through natural methods that have been looked forth by the medical missionaries. Just as I said in the previous video, I'm a medical missionary who actually has the prerequisite knowledge concerning it. Now, most of these methods may not be put forth by a doctor as you expect in the hospital, but we as medical missionary personnel, we are actually concerned with the well-being of everyone. Welcome. Now, in every human being, we have got something called chromosomes. We have chromosomes, and in the chromosomes, we have two types of chromosomes, X chromosomes as well as Y chromosomes. The woman has got XX chromosome, and the man has got XY chromosome. Get me clearly. The woman has XX chromosome, and the man has got XY chromosome. Now it means that it's the chromosome of the man which will determine the child to be born, whether the child will be a male or a female, because the woman will have to release only X chromosome. On the other hand, when a woman releases X chromosome and a man releases X chromosome, the child who will be given birth to will be a baby girl. And on the other hand, if a woman releases X chromosome and a man releases Y chromosome, we will have a boy. What I'm saying is this. This is a man. This is a man. This is a woman. A man has got XY chromosome and a woman has XX chromosome. If a man releases X chromosome and a woman too releases X chromosome, the resultant will be XX chromosome leading to a girl. On the other hand, when a man releases Y chromosome and a woman releases X chromosome, the resultant will be the child to be born will be a male or a female. Welcome. Now, how does this help us in planning naturally without destroying your system? Well, we know that there is something called menstruation period in every woman or in every female. And this menstruation period begins at the age of around 14 years onwards up to the time that they shall give birth to the first child. Now, during this period, you need to actually take the accurate measures. For example, let's have a calendar. Let's have this calendar. Let's have this calendar. And the calendar, let me say this is day 1, date 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Let me say that it's a month that ends with 30. It's a month that ends with 30. All of these are bracketed. All of these are bracketed. Yes, that is the calendar that the first date, it goes from the first date up to the 30th date. And even in the Bible, each and every month is symbolized by 30 days. Now, as we all know, or as some of us know, ovulation takes 28 days. Ovulation, a complete circulation of ovulation is 28 days. Now, let me say, for instance, there is this sheep whose ovulation begins on day 10. Ovulation begins on day 10. On day 10. This is 10. Let me say this is the month of March. This is the month of March. So we'll go up to 31st. Now, if this is the month of March, ending at 31st, and the first, let me say that this is a she who is experiencing her first ovulation period. Let me say that she experienced the first ovulation on day 10. On day 10. Now, this day 10, you need to mark it. You need to mark the day 10 in your calendar. Ensure that you have got a notebook somewhere where you will actually write every detail concerning it. Now, you will write that it is date 10. It is 10th of March. The year, let me say, the year 2023, but the year doesn't matter. What matters is the date and the time. It is at date 10 that you experience your first ovulation. At what time is it? Let me say, for instance, that it is at 11:00 a.m. 11:00 a.m. undergone your first ovulation. So this you will term as day 0. Day 0. This is day 0. At times the confusion is brought forth by some people denote this as day 1, but not so. It should be day 0 because actually, if you learn about sequence and series, for you to get a difference, you have to have more than one element. So in this time, that is day 0, and then from 10 the same time at 11 a.m. to 11 to date 11 at the same time. So 11 March at the same time, 11:00 a.m. This is 24 hours. 24 hours, which is equivalent to one full day. So from here to here, this will mark as your day 1. This is day 1. So it means that from 10th March at 11 a.m. to 11th March at 11 a.m., that is when you count the first day of your ovulation. Remember, day 10 at 11 a.m. was day 0. Now you will continue in that manner. So this is day 1, this is day 2, this is day 3, this is day 4. From 14 to 15, here will be day 5, and then to here is day 6, to there is day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, day 11, to here is day 12, and then here is day 13, here is day 14, here is day 15, day 16, 17, 18, and then from there to here is 19, and then 20, 21st, and then a complete ovulation is 20 what? 28. Now, up to 31st, it is 21st. Now, we need to go to the next month. We need to go to the next month. Let me say, this is now April. This is now April. So we are done with March. April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, all along. Go onwards up to 30th. So from 31st March to 1st April, there will not be day 22nd, and then here 23rd, here 24th, here 25th, here 26th, here 27th, and then here 28th. So it means that from 10th March 11:00 a.m. all along up to 7th April, the same times. This will mark a complete ovulation. It means that there is probability that if your first ovulation was on the 10th of March, your next ovulation, if it is a regular one, will be on 7th of the next month. That makes a complete ovulation or a complete cycle. Now, that we have a complete ovulation, and you already know the day 0, that is the 10th, and you know your last day of ovulation, that is the 7th of the next month, you need to note the following. From day 0 to the 3rd day, from day 0 to the 3rd day. Now this is analysis. Let's analyze it. From 0 to 3rd day, this is having a term called wet days. Wet days. Wet days, it means that you are at risk of conceiving. You are at risk of conceiving. So it means that from the 10th, that 11th, that 12th, up to the 13th, you are not supposed to have the intercourse. You're not supposed to know each other, because should you do so, you will conceive. Now, it means that 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, up to the 13th, you are having the wet days. Hence, if you want to be safe, if you don't want to conceive, you should avoid having the intercourse. And then, the 4th and the 5th day, they are termed as dry days. 4th and 5th are termed as dry days. Dry days. You know what we mean by dry days. 4th and 5th, even if there is knowing each other, there will be no problem, because they are dry days. And then, from the 6th to the 10th, you are having safe days. From the 6th day, not day, from the 6th day to the 10th day, you are having safe days. So, if we have 4th and 5th day termed as dry days, and then from 6th is here, 7, 8, 9, up to 10. So it means that from date 16, that is from date 16, all along up to date 20th of that month are referred to as safe days. Hence, there will be no conception even if there is an intercourse. Why? Because the ovum is there, but not yet matured for fertilization. At this time, the ovum is there, yes, but it cannot fertilize. It cannot be fertilized because it's still weak. After you realize that from 6th to 10th day, we have safe days, hence no conception, because the ovum is not fully yet matured for fertilization. We have 11th and 12th day. 11th and 12th day. The 11th and 12th day, if there is an intercourse, if you know each other by that time, then it means that you will conceive. And when you conceive at 11th day or the 12th day, it means that you will get a baby girl. you will get a baby girl if you have the intercourse or if you know each other on the 11th and the 12th day of ovulation. You will have a baby girl. On the 13th day, on the 13th day, this is the day that you are not sure whether you will get a boy or a girl. You may conceive either of them. So, on 13th day, it is either a boy or a girl. It is either a boy or a girl. And then on the 14th day, of ovulation, on the 14th day of ovulation, you will give birth or you will conceive a baby boy. So it means that in as much as we are teaching how to plan without destroying your system, we are as well exposing you to knowing how to give birth to a baby girl or how to give birth to a baby boy. Because most of our families are having problems where that the woman is blaming, or rather, the man is blaming the woman for just sharing girls or for just sharing the baby boys. But little does he know that he is the cause of the problem, because as we had seen earlier when we were starting, it is the man who has got two chromosomes, X and Y, but the woman has got only X chromosome. Now, it is when a man releases Y chromosome and mix with the X chromosome of a woman, that is when it will result to giving birth to a baby boy. Now, if you want to conceive only boys, or if you want to balance it, you ensure that in order to get a boy, conception should happen on 14th day of the menstrual cycle. And then, for you to get a baby girl, it's either 11th or the 12th day of the menstrual cycle. And if you are kama unabahatisha, then let it be on the 13th day. Having looked at that, we are supposed to know that the 15th day actually will lead us to the next menstrual, and from 15th day, from 15th day up to the next menstrual cycle, of which is the 15th day of the month we calculated. That was from, I don't know where it fell, but from 15th day up to the next menstrual cycle, the next menstrual was going to be the 7th of April. Now from 15th day up to the next menstrual cycle, they are called safe days. They are called safe days. Safe days. Now it means that from the 15th day of the menstrual cycle up to the next, they are referred to as safe days. And safe days, it means that even if you have the intercourse, even if you know each other, then there will be no conception. Hence, there is no need, my friends, of using the pills which are just but destroying the system. There is no need of using a lot of contraceptives which are just but introducing a lot of phytochemicals in our system. Now, we can plan without destroying your system. If from 15th of the menstrual cycle up to the next menstrual flow, there is no conception, it means that even if there is need of knowing each other from 15th every day up to the next menstrual cycle, you are at above, you realize that from day 0 to day 3, there are wet days. You should not have intercourse there. And then we said that from 4th and 5th are dry days. Hapa pia hamruhusiwi. And then 6th to 10th are safe days. Safe days inamaanisha kwamba hata mkiwa na intercourse there will be no problem. Now my friends, uko na siku kadhaa hapa. From 6th to 10th day you are safe to continue knowing each other. And then from 15th to the next menstrual cycle too, you are at liberty to know each other. Now you just have lazima ujinyime for only these days. Day 0 to day 3rd, alafu from day 11th to day 14th. Hizo ni siku ngapi? Hizi ni 3, alafu 4, 5, na 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So you only have 9 days of sacrifice. Of sacrificing. But to be sure, just eat even the 15th day. So we can say that 10 days of going without it, without knowing each other, and then you will be safe. Now, we need to know some problems that have emerged in our families. You realize that, for example, a man wanted to go to a journey, and it happened that while he is on a journey, ameshaenda huko, anapata ripoti ya kwamba the wife has conceived. Alafu anajiuliza, has this come from me really? Yes, it has come from you. Let's look at something called in our preceding rewards, we said that in our preceding statements, we said that we have got chromosomes. We have got chromosomes. And these chromosomes, we have got X chromosome and Y chromosome. These chromosomes have got different lifespans. The X chromosome can thrive or can be active up to 72 hours. 72 hours. The X chromosome can thrive up to 72 hours. And then the Y chromosome can live up to 48 hours when still active. Up to 48 hours. Now, when X chromosome can live up to 72 hours, that is equivalent to 3 days. When Y chromosome can thrive up to 48 hours, that is equivalent to 2 days. Because we know there are 24 hours in a day. Now 48 will be 2 days, and then 72 is 3 days. Now, if perhaps you had got an intercourse with your wife, if you're a husband, and then you go for a journey, and then you are not sure that very day she conceived. There was no indicator that she conceived. But you get a report on the 3rd day after you've gone to a journey that she's confirming to you that she conceived. You start doubting whether that pregnancy is yours or not, without realizing that the X chromosome from you was released and it met the X chromosome of what? A woman. Now it means that there is likelihood this happens up to 3 days. It is inside that bracket. And for example, if you had got the intercourse and then after 48 hours, after 2 days, it is being confirmed to you that there is a conception, or she confirms to you that she has conceived, you are asking yourself that, what is the source of that? Because me, I'm away. How comes? How comes? It's very simple. It means that you had released Y chromosome, which met with the X chromosome of a woman, making XY chromosome. And the child that will be given birth to, is a baby boy. Now, don't have a controversy over the conception. Don't have the controversy over the conception which has happened in your absence here, or within a span of 3 days after you had an intercourse uh, with your wife. So, my friends, up to there, if there is any question, I will tackle them next time. May we be blessed, and let's learn to use the natural family planning methods to ensure that our systems are not destroyed by all these chemicals which are being introduced into our system. I know that a lot of contraceptives have been put forth, and even the government itself is for them. Even the councillors are as well supporting them, and even the peer councillors and all other stakeholders. But I would really argue that it is not God's original plan. God never intended to create a womb which will be destroyed. Many women are complaining that they can't give birth. Perhaps their wombs have been destroyed beyond repair. Perhaps they used a lot of pills while they were still schooling or at their teenagers. Now, we really need to know what should be done naturally in order to avoid all this. May we be blessed until we will